Good evening, good evening, good evening. Let me make it public. Let me make it public. How are you beautiful people doing? Let me make it public. Sometimes I have a little technical difficulties. You guys know I run everything. I'm the producer, the director, the everything, the DJ. So let's make it public so we can do this for you. Just hold on for me. Let's make it public. Let's make it public. Let's make it public. There it is. Let me go here and make it public. Edit privacy. It's public now, so everybody can share it now. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. My name is Terrence Barbuda. Some people call me H. Some people call me Havis. Some people call me Terrence. Some people call me Mr. Barbuda. And even from Point Michel, aka La Pointe, from the company, you call me Luca Boy. Dominica made me. Boston raised me. Now the South sustains me. Tonight I got a very special guest, guys. A very, very special guest. I've been fighting with this person for a while to get on my show. But you know what, though? I had to spend a lot of money to get him on my show tonight. A lot of money. But you know what? I am so excited. Man, we just celebrated Memorial Day yesterday. I want to thank all those who passed for our liberties in this country. Veterans Day is for those who serve, who are serving, and those who serve. And Memorial Day is for those who lost their lives while protecting this great republic. So good evening, folks. Good evening. In a minute, I'll start recognizing some people. Start to like and share. I hope you guys are doing well. I am so excited. But while people are starting to come in, let me play a little music, because now people think if they don't come watch Tuesdays with Terrence, that it's not going to go on. Come on, man. Please, you people must be crazy. Since I am from Dominica and I love Zouk and Cuba, FBI, DEA, mes amis, mes amis, mes amis. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go.
FBI, DEA.
Mes amis, mes amis, mes amis.
FBI, DEA.
Carry me!
Ça fait des hommes power, besoin changer net. Ça fait des hommes qui t'aiment. Figili marqué misère.
La musique a Antigua. Whoa, Bonsoir, bonsoir, ça qu'a fait. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. Elizabeth Barbuda, all the way in Brooklyn, New York. My beautiful cousin. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. Yes. Let me stop it. Should I keep playing it? Should I keep playing it? Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. My name is Terrence Barbuda. Some people call me H. Some people call me Havis. Some people call me Terrence. Some people call me Mr. Barbuda. And some people call me Little Boy. If you're from Point Michel, aka La Pointe, you call me Luca Boy. That's how my cousin Elizabeth, who I call Beulah, used to call me back in the day. Nobody called me Havis. Nobody called me Terrence. Nobody called me Barbuda. They call me Luca Boy. That's for Little Boy in the enclave of Point Michel in the Commonwealth of Dominica. Dominica made me. Boston raised me. Now the South sustains me. I'm playing a little zouk as I get some people in. Carry me. I got a beautiful guest tonight. Woo! Elizabeth, she's just like you, military. Woo! Belle musique haïtienne. Caribbean. All right. You know what? I want to give my guests all the time, so let me stop right now. I a little kumpa for you guys. You guys like kumpa and zouk music. I almost started standing up and start dancing with a broomstick so I could show my guests my kumpa and zouk skills. But anyways, I have a very, very special guest tonight, and I'm so excited tonight, folks. I want to welcome you to Tuesdays with Terrence. Again, my name is Terrence Bardui. Some people call me H. Some people call me Havis. Some people call me Terrence. Some people call me Mr. Bardui. And you from the Commonwealth of Dominica, you call me Luku Boy. That's for little boy. Tonight, I have a very special guest. My special guest, she's a daughter, a mother. She's a wife. She's currently active military, and she's an entrepreneur. I've been fighting to get this woman on my show. I remember one Sunday, my laundry, I was doing laundry because my wash machine broke, and I was begging her on the phone, crying. Can you come on Tuesdays with Terrence, Suple, please? She's like, I'm scared. So I took her by surprise, and she's here. So just before we start, folks, I'm going to play my theme song, and then we're going to start Tuesdays with Terrence, bring my special guest on, and we will do that. And she's a sunshine to me. I've only met her once, and we have a kindred spirit. Like, we're kind of like friends. We text almost every day, jokes, and I support her likes on her. What she does the same thing with me, and I'm really excited. So let us play my theme song as we start. You don't have to be a star to be on my show, but I got a superstar tonight. You don't have to have 1 million to be on my show. Let's go. That's my baby sister, Miss Maynard Thomas. A Point Michelle girl as well. Singing, you don't have to be a star to be on my show. Welcome, folks. Come, family. Come in. Welcome.
Family, come as you are with just your heart, and I'll help you win. Are you rejected or hurt? To me, your word much more than you put in.
I don't need no superstars, but I got one tonight.
No, I don't need no superstar, 'cause I'll accept you as you are. You won't be denied, 'cause I'm satisfied with the help that I can provide. You don't have to be rich family to be on my show. You don't have to have 1 million family to be on my show.
Boom. Listen, folks, tonight I have a very special guest. She's special to me because she was born in the Commonwealth of Dominica, just like I was. Okay? I left when I was 13. She left like when she was like one day old. But, she grew up in Antigua and Barbuda, and now she's here in the United States and serving the country as an enlisted army. I don't want to say army professional, but a soldier. I'm going to ask her if she has a gun. I better be nice to her because, those army people, they train. They got special ops. Boom, boom, boom. They might take you out. But anyways, folks, I have a very special guest on tonight, and she smiles a lot. And I'm going to play a song. I call her my sunshine. And the reason I call her my sunshine is because sometimes she's always smiling, But then some of her posts, she always talks about people talk. They always do. And they do. But we don't care. Because as entrepreneurs, I'm going to show you. Let me bring on my special guest. And let me unmute her. She's in uniform. Let me unmute her. And
hey, y'all.
How you doing? Let me put a solo. There she goes.
Hey.
Itana, people talk. That's what they're going to do.
Yes.
As entrepreneurs, we don't care. Let them talk, right?
I don't.
People talk, that's what they do.
Yes.
They don't understand. Home is still a push and go through.
She pushes and go through as a mother, as a wife, as a soldier. She don't care.
They just don't get it.
Don't.
Oh, them see me, I hold my head up just the same. When them see me, them just keep on talking. When I sit them, I just keep on walking. when I got my pride.
She got her pride.
She not gonna show my bad side.
She not gonna show her bad side, her army side. Yeah, man. She gonna push over. Hey, how you doing, Miss Adrea Hill? How are you tonight? Welcome. I hope you like your intro song. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. How are you tonight?
I am doing amazing as always. I'm doing amazing. It's a happy Tuesday. It's Terrence Tuesdays, right?
Right. Tuesdays with Terrence. You know what? I've been trying to get you to come on for a while, and I had to spend a lot of money to get her on tonight, folks. So I'm really excited about that. But I am so excited. First of all, I want to give you the time, and but what we're gonna do is. I think she's going to give a giveaway tonight, but we're not doing it early because some of y'all are sneaky. You like to come and then sneak out. But we're going to I think she'll be doing a good giveaway. We'll talk about that. We'll do it closer towards the end of the show. She just came from work. As you can see, she's in uniform.
Yes.
She's in the Army. All right. So I better be nice because she might use the, I don't know, some special ops stuff on me. I don't know. But, Miss Hill, I don't call you Mrs. Hill. I call you Andrea. I met you through your sister.
Yes.
Funny thing about it is, I know you, but I don't know your sister. Isn't that funny?
That's funny.
I mean, your sister and I are friends, but we're virtual friends.
Yeah.
And I met you through her, and you are now serving at Fort Greg Adams in Virginia, formerly Fort Lee. But before we get to that, I know you just came from work. I know you are a daughter, you are a mother, you are a wife, you are a soldier, and you are an entrepreneur. You wear many, many hats. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to tell us a little bit about you, 2 to 3 minutes. Tell us where were you born, where you grew up, and I might put some secrets out. But there you go, my dear. There you go.
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight, right? Tuesdays with Terrence. Every so often, I will take a little look in on his show and just admire how his enthusiasm on the show. For me, I'm Andrea Hill. I was originally born in Dominica in Marigot. So my dad is still there, but my mom is here in America with me. So I moved away from Dominica when I was 8 years old, y'all. 8 years old. And so when I moved to Antigua was all I knew, right? So I grew up in Antigua, and then I left back in 2013, 2012, right? And I migrated to the United States. As soon as I got here, I went straight into the military because I knew what I wanted to do, right? My mom could tell you back in the day, like, I'm goal oriented. And once I put my mind to something, I'm going to go head out and do it. I have 3 beautiful kids, 2 girls, 1 son. I've been in the military for 9 years now. I recently got promoted to Sergeant First Class, right, on May 1st. And so,
congrats.
Yes, thanks. So October 14 will make 10 years in the military. And I'm telling y'all, this job is so easy. It's be at the right place, right time, right uniform, right motivation. That's all me, right? So I'm going all the way out to 20 years. I'm not leaving until they tell me to leave, which, and I doubt they'll do that, right? And then I'm also a travel business owner. So I own my own travel agency. I book travel and I help people start their business in travel. So that's what I do. That takes up most of my time, but I still get time to travel with my kids, make sure that they enjoy life. They don't have to see life or know life through anybody's eyes, right? Because I'm going to take them everywhere that they need to go or want to go, right? My daughter just celebrated my oldest, she just celebrated her 7th birthday. She requested Disney. Guess what? We went straight to Disney. So they feel like mommy probably own a plane or something somewhere, but it's okay. I'm allowed them to venture out and see the world because there's not a lot of people get the opportunity to travel like they do. Okay. That's a little bit about me.
Wow. I mean, we're freezing up again, folks. And I promise you guys, starting next week, I'll be using a different computer. We won't be freezing up. So I do apologize. And I was trying to troubleshoot it earlier with her, but I went back on this computer because the resolution makes me look handsome on this one. The other computer, I was dark. But you know what? But Andrea, first of all, the first thing I want to say, I want to thank you for your service, because you are active military. You just came from work, and you're here on Tuesdays with Terrence. Although this is a financial services show, I wanted to celebrate you and support you as an entrepreneur. You're from Marigot, and I remember when I started first forming Dominica, and there was a kid from Marigot. All I can remember is his first name was Pascal. I can't remember, but I left Dominica in the 70s. I've been in the U.S. almost 50 years now. Dominica wasn't independent when I left, but I am so honored, that you're here, and and my cousin Elizabeth Barbuda, she's ex-military as well. She says,
Thank you.
Congrats, SFC. I guess that's Sergeant First Class.
Sergeant First Class, yes.
So there's people watching. I want to say welcome to Alvin Vassar watching. Yes, Alvin Vassar is watching in Petersburg, Virginia. Wincy Choice Spots watching in Dominica. Avril Mendez, congratulations, Andrea. I'm listening, she says. And there's other people who will be watching and listening, and as they come in at different times. And we'll talk about when we get to the entrepreneur part, we'll figure out, because Adrea wants to do some kind of giveaway for somebody here. We'll figure out how we're going to do it towards the show. So first of all, Andrea, like I said, you're a daughter. And I know you were born in Dominica. You're from Marigot. And then you moved to, Antigua when you was a young girl, about 8. But I saw some pictures of you back in the day. I think I was snooping on your Facebook, like way back in the day. And your mom's watching. She said, I'm so proud of you, my dear. You're supposed to say, I'm so proud of you, my daughter. How you doing, Sandra Charles, my Facebook friend? Hope you're doing well. And Avril Mendez is watching as well, listening from the BVI. I want to say welcome to everybody. My special guest is Miss Andrea Hill. She's not just a daughter. She's not just a mother. She's not just a wife. She's not just a military, also an entrepreneur. And we're going to spend some time with her tonight. Now, Andrea, I saw some pictures. I think you used to run track back in the day, did you?
I did.
Were you any good? Because I did track in high school and I stunk in Boston. And I used to get lapped in the 2 miles. I was never a sprinter.
So for me,
then when I got older and I started working in corporate America, I used to do 10Ks and 5Ks.
Yeah. I ran the 100, the 200, and the 400 and the relays. After a while, I took myself away from the 100. So I was the 200, 400. And I ran like 4x1 and 4x4s. But yeah, I can say I was good, because I did go to like the Leeward Islands championships in Trinidad, and I came first, I came second, I came third. I was always like this chubby little girl. And so people used to underestimate me when I got to the start line, right? And I always say, don't underestimate this thickness, you know what I'm saying? But they always used to underestimate me, even to this day in my profession, because I'm a mechanic in the military, right? And even going to work, they'd be like, she got her hair done, she got her nails done, she ain't coming in here to do no work. And when they actually see me get down, they're like, man, you know your stuff. So when they saw me on the start line back in the day, they were like, man, she a little chubby thing. She ain't going nowhere. But once that gun went off, yeah, I was gone.
So you're like,
yes.
Shelly Fraser Price from Jamaica. I love that little short lady boy. She can run. But I love track and field. Like I said, I was never good at it. I'm an old dude. I do a lot of walking because I believe health is wealth. This is a financial show where I talk about health as wealth, where we parlay using your health as equity to create wealth.
Yes.
But, every now and then I mix it in. I bring other entrepreneurs in to talk to them so that I promote them, and people that I admire their grind, like you, I do that. So you say you have 3 kids. Yeah. What grades are they in? How old are they now?
So I have a 7-year-old. She's in 1st grade, about to go to 2nd. And y'all, I don't do well on first days, right? Like when they take a break and they go back, 1st day of 2nd grade, 1st day of 1st grade. When my daughter went to 1st grade for the first time, you know what happened? She told me, Mom, I want to take the bus. She's a fighter too. She's like, I want to take the bus. You know what happened? I put her on the bus and I followed the bus all the way to the school. I'm no good during the first
Mother's
day of school.
intuition.
And then
You
I
will
will
be the mother. I
volunteer.
don't blame you.
I do volunteer at the school a lot, but on the first day of school, I volunteer and I walk the kids to school, to their class for the first time. But I made sure I walked my daughter to school to her class because I was like, I gotta see you walk in. I gotta take pictures. There's no way I'm gonna be able to be an insider standing outside, you know? So I volunteer all the time, not just because of my daughter, but because of the school. And so yeah, she's about to go to second grade. And then my 4-year-old, she's the middle baby. She's the diva. Anytime I put my phone down, she's gonna take my phone and start taking pictures. So she starts pre-K this summer. Well, after this summer, right? And then my youngest is a boy. He's about to be 3 years old next month. 14th of next month, the Army's birthday. He was born on the Army's birthday. So yeah, he's 3. So I have 7, 4, and 3.
Wow. I want to say good night to Annie Jean-Baptiste, all the way in Antigua. I think it's your big sister. She's watching. The only reason I know you and it's because of her. And I want to say Connie Roberts, all the way in Dominica, watching tonight. My special guest is Miss Andrea Hill, Mrs. Andrea Hill, I should say. She's not just a daughter, she's a mother. And she's not just a mother, she's a wife. She's not just a wife, she's an Army sergeant. She's not just an Army sergeant. She just came from work. You see, on an Army guest, so don't mess with her. She might use some special ops on you. And then she's also an entrepreneur. So we're celebrating her tonight as we talk about the multiple things, the plethora of things that she does. She multitasks very well. I admire this woman. You know why? Because in my business, I do have some business partners, and they're not as they don't post as much as you do. Some of them never do. And I think as an entrepreneur, you have to let people know what you do. And I went on your page. I mean, you have over 15,000 followers. I think, let me double check right now. You have right now, Andrea Hill. No, you have 9.9 thousand followers. Yep. And, you know, and so you're growing your brand. Yep. Adrea Travel, you know, which is your business. We'll talk about that in a little bit. We talked about your kids, you know. So growing up, you said you went track and field. Your mom's watching and your sister's watching, so don't lie now. So were you a good girl growing up? When I say good girl, what I mean by that was, were you mischievous doing, you know, you didn't do your chores when your mother told you? Because you were born in Dominica, Marigot, but you grew up in Antigua and Barbuda, and now you reside in the United States as a military person. But the thing about it is, were you a good child growing up? Because your mother's watching. I'm going to ask her.
Look at this innocent face. What you think?
I'm gonna ask your sister.
Look at Annie, this innocent face. Don't listen to her, whatever she say. Look at this innocent face and tell me that I look like trouble.
You tell me. So you were a good girl then?
I mean, no, I wasn't. Absolutely not. I'm the only one still in my siblings that got a tattoo. I was the first one to pierce my navel. Listen.
What?
I talked my younger sister into piercing a second hole in her ear. Like, what? No. What rules? What? No.
You were a rebel with a cause.
Yes. Every single time.
But you know, I see the relationship with you and your sisters and your mom, so I know you're good people. Because Alberta Smith says she's always a smiler. So you've been smiling a long time, and that's what I think I love about you. Your smile. You know, so check this out. So you were, you know, I guess, you know, a tattoo and a navel ring is not a big deal, but that's none of my business. But let me ask you this, though. So you in the military, you know, you recently got married as well. So congratulations. I saw the beautiful pictures. I saw you when you were on the plane going, and all of that good stuff. I didn't know you was going to get married because you didn't tell me, and that's okay. You don't have to tell me. But then I started seeing pictures, and I saw this hunk of a man. I hope he's watching tonight, and I saw you guys taking pictures, and you had that orange dress like my shirt with the wind, and you were all over the island. You were bathing, you were eating this, you were going here, going there. I was like, man, so you look like you had a good time. And recently I just saw you again. You were in Europe with your hubby. You guys were all over. I think you were in Paris and London, England and stuff. So tell me, how's married life, my dear? How is
married life? I'm going to be honest with you. It is blissful for right now, but I'm going to be honest, the only challenge that we currently have is that we're in different countries right now, right? And so we are on the phone 24, when I say 24/7, we're on the phone 24/7. And so our meetups is international meetups, right? We have to travel to meet each other, and that's okay. That's okay, because every marriage is gonna have a little challenge, and that's something that we can overcome. And we work together. We understand each other, and we work through whatever issues that come up. With long distance relationships, you have to have that 100% both ways. It's not 50-50. It's 100-100, right? So we put that together and we make it work. We make it work for the time being.
And you all are doing a great job, because I see you guys spending time together, going places. And I did that one time. When I went to Sandy and I first started dating, basically we're in different states.
Yeah,
and we only saw each other like once a month, I think it was.
Yeah.
But the thing about it was, the good thing was, it keeps it fresh, and you have something to talk about. But I want to say welcome to Kendrick Jean-Baptiste. I don't know if that's your brother, but he's watching tonight. Risa D's watching, and Leonicia Alexander. This must be your peeps. I want to say, you guys, welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. You all know her better than me. I've only met her once. We have a great relationship through social media, and we text all the time. And I encourage her all the time, because I love her grind. And first of all, she's protected me, here in the United States. And, so I feel, thank you for your service. Always. But I always encourage her. And I always tell her, you got this. And, and I'm always doing that. Yeah. And Andrea, I'm not embellishing you. It's the truth. I do it all the time with my texts. I support you. I like your stuff, and we do that. And that's what, as entrepreneurs, what we do. So tell me, what is your biggest challenge now that you have? I mentioned all these hats: a daughter, army, a wife. I feel like wifey, but I'm using wifey as I'm trying to sound cool. It is. Because I'm old, I'm trying to sound cool. You're a wife. You are a sergeant in the military. Look at you in your uniform. You just came from work, and you make time to be on the show. And you're also an entrepreneur. How do you manage all those hats? And you're always posting on social media. And you all need to go follow Andrea Hill on Facebook and all her social media platforms. Adrea Travel, you can see it, Adrea Travels, you see it scrolling at the bottom like CNN. You all need to go follow her, because everyone who comes on my show, I try to build up their following, so that you all can understand. Because some of you all don't want my help, because you have too much pride as a financial person to help you guys. But I know you all have to travel, because some of you all I know are broke, but you all are traveling. So you need to hit her up when you're traveling. So how do you manage all those hats, my dear? Talk to me.
Okay, so first and foremost, the number one person that I got to thank, right, is God. Because let me tell you, all this will not have been possible, because my life is really, really packed with a lot of hats. But at the same time, God is the number one shaker, mover, everything in my life. And then he has afforded me the opportunity to retire my mom, have her stay at home with me, and stay at home with my children. So I don't have to worry about my kids when I'm at work, right? I don't have to worry about taking them to daycare or anything like that, or go picking them up early or stuff like that. So I'm allowed to do all that because I have the support from my family, right? When I had my first daughter, the person that stopped their world to come and support me was my older sister. She spent, I think, about a month with me, my first child. Don't know what I'm doing. I was as always, I'm on the phone with my mom 24/7 because at that time she was living in Antigua.
Right.
But my sister took her, like, she stopped her world to come and spend time with me and my daughter and my husband. And then we were able to maneuver through that. And she helped me, right? Then my mom was in place right after that because I moved her here to the States and filed for her paperwork to make sure that she's a citizen and all of that stuff. And she moved here. She moved here to help me with my children, knowing that my life was about to get crazy busy. So I'm super, super thankful for the support. I do have a village. I have a village, and I'm always grateful for them. You'll hear me if I go on live on my Facebook. I talk about my village all the time because it's not just them. It's my aunts, my cousins, like all of them play a huge role, right? My now husband, Clayton Hill, like his family too has they just automatically bond. They just automatically drop in and, support everything that we have going on. So yeah, it's family. Family is like my backbone.
And I love that because as an entrepreneur as well, and you've been in the military, you need the support of family.
Yes.
I know some people have been in the military and they're like nomads, and I love to see your mother with
Oh, yes.
And I know your sister, Annie helped, and I know sometimes I see you go to your brother. I think he's also in the military as well. I want to thank you for his service. I see you go up to Maryland and all that stuff. So I'm really proud of you. I'm supporting you and celebrating you just because you were born in Dominica, just like I was. I mean, when I left Dominica, you weren't even born yet, because Dominica wasn't even independent yet. But I'll tell you this, being born in Dominica, I'm a Dominican as well, and every now and then you'll see me throwing my patois around. Antigua and Barbuda, Antigua, sometimes they chat like the Jamaicans sometimes. And then now you're in the US. So you probably have like 3 accents. I don't know, but you sound like a US person. But the key here is this. Now, you're going to do career military. Was it ever a doubt in your mind that you wanted to do career? Because my brother, I never did the military. The high school I went to was an examination high school, School of Math and Science. And you had 2 tracks. You had a college track and you had a professional track. And I think a lot of the kids that I went to school with, some became law enforcement. For example, one of the former commissioner of police in Boston, Willie Gross, is my classmate. And a lot of people went into military. Some of them did career. Some of them are doing very well, whether they're on the university level, whether they are professional. One of them was drafted in the NBA, one of my classmates.
Oh, nice.
But the point I'm trying to make here is this. I'm saying to you, you're wearing all these hats. And my brother went to the military for a couple of years, and then he did the National Guard for like 20-something years, and then he recently retired from that. So, he just had a birthday last week. And I'm always in awe of people in the military. My cousin Elizabeth Bardu is watching; she's ex-military, and I was in high school, man. I was like this short. I'm 6 foot tall now, but I was probably like 4'11" or 5 feet. I don't know. I was so short. My younger sister was older. She looked older than me, and I used to use her mascara for your mustache. For my mustache. But the thing about it is, I always admired military. And knowing what I know now, because I grew up in Boston, Massachusetts. But knowing what I know now, if I had to live my life over, from the same track, moving to the US in the 70s, I would go to the military and I would do a career.
Yeah.
Because I think there's so many benefits involved. People think about wars and rumors of wars. My brother was in Desert Shield. All that. But the point about it is that I don't worry because it's the chance that you take. And yesterday we celebrated Memorial Day, for those who lost their lives for our liberties. And in November we'll celebrate you, the veterans and people who served. But you said you're going to do career.
Yes.
What was the impetus? You saw the benefits for your family. What was the impetus? Plus, you're serving and protecting us. What was the impetus for you to do that, Adrea?
So for me, when I first joined the military, it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to spend 20 years doing this at all. Not at all. I came in wanting, because I wasn't born here, I just had a green card, right? I wanted to be a citizen. So I joined the military because that was an easier way at the time. But then let me tell you, when you get in there and your insurance, right? Your insurance is covered. I could go to the dentist as many times as I want, it's covered. I could go to the doctors as many times as I want, that's covered. I just have to show up on time, be in the right uniform, either this uniform or the black and yellow with the PTs. I get paid to stay fit. Right? They tell you what time to be there, and you know your schedule. You know you're off on Saturdays and Sundays. You know how long you're going to be at work. And then as I started doing it, I was like, yeah, this is so me. Because anybody back in Antigua could tell you, like, they would never think that I would make it in the military, right? But I came and I put my head down, and that's the thing. When I set my mind on something, I'm gonna go after it, right? So when I came in, I just zoned in. Basic training. When I came to AIT, it's crazy because I did AIT right here in Virginia. That's training for your job. I did it right here in Virginia in 2014. And I'm back here again, right?
It was Fort Lee at the time. That was Fort Greg Adams, right?
It's Fort Greg Adams, yeah. And so once I did that, like, I was just like, it's so easy. You get a check on the 1st and the 15th. You know exactly what's going on in your life. You don't got to worry about tomorrow. They train you to do that kind of stuff, right? They train you to fight. They train you to sustain. They train you to do everything. And then once I became a sergeant, that's when I saw my purpose. I love to teach, right? I love to teach. I love to share my knowledge. And so once I was able to be a sergeant, that means I had a group of soldiers that I had to take care of, right? I had to know where they are 24/7. I had to make them check in to make sure that they're good. Their livelihood was my livelihood. So doing that, it gave me a bigger sense, like a bigger meaning of who I am. I'm not here just for me. I'm here to give, right? So that's why I walk up, and they could tell you at work, I walk around with the biggest of smiles. It could be the world could be crumbling back there. But once I step foot in that building, I know that everybody is looking for that smile. They're looking for that, how are you doing today? I am awesome. Like that type of attitude, because I feel like every day above ground is a blessing. Right. It's a blessing. So why would I walk in and not share that, right? But I felt like it was a bigger purpose. It was bigger than me. Being in the military is not about me. At this stage right now, is me sharing the knowledge that I gained, the experiences, so that we can bring up that younger generation in the military. So yeah, I am going to make a career.
Your friend Alita Smith says she is always a smiler. So she knows you better than I do. So she knows that, and I said that. I want to say welcome to my nephew Bjorn, who's watching. He's ex-military as well. In Boston, he's watching in Boston. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. Atlin Pittman watching all the way in St. Martin in the Caribbean. I want to say hello to Violet Benta. And I already said Leonicia Alexander. I already acknowledged. And everyone else who's watching tonight, my special guest is Mrs. Andrea Hill. She's not just a daughter. She's not just a mother. She's not just a wife. She's not just military. She's actively enlisted. She's also an entrepreneur, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. Mm-hmm. But, you manage all these hats. You give the honor and glory to God, which is true, because God protects you and protects your family. Yes. And again, I will never stop ever saying this to military folks. Thank you for your service, because I never did the military.
Thank you for your
so next time I see you, I got to always remember you're military, so you might use something on me. So I got to make sure.
Just back up.
I keep my P's and Q's. But on a serious note, Andrea, I love your energy. I love your smile. I do see you on Entrepeneur as well. Adrea Travels. You people need to go and follow her on Andrea Hill, which is Facebook page, Adrea Travels. Because some of you don't want my financial advice so I can teach you how to retire properly. Some of you don't want my financial advice because you're not protecting your income. You're not eliminating your debt and creating legacies. However, you want to travel. So I brought a travel person on for y'all because you all need to reach out to her when you're doing your traveling. So tell me about what is Adrea Travels. Tell us a little bit about that. This is a good opportunity to pump up yourself and your entrepreneurship with your business as you build generational wealth for your family.
Yes. So I am now I've been a travel agent going on 2 years, right? So just being a travel agent only, you get to book travel for other people, even for myself and my family and friends. But I have a full clientele that I book travel for. I will look for flights, hotels, train tickets, cruises, just name it, anything travel. I have access to that, right? And as a travel agent, I also travel at my travel agent rates, or I get invited to come and look at certain properties. I also in that business, I'm also able to help people start, or individuals start, their travel business, because what that allows you to do is to secure your financial future. It helps with financial freedom. It helps with your personal freedom, and it also helps with your time freedom, right? So here I am in the military, securing that 20-year, right? But that's my plan A. My travel business, which allows me to create generational wealth. I earn extra income to bring into my household, and I also receive residual income, right? As well as passive income. So that's multiple incomes plus my military income. But I can sit back and allow my military income to take care of me and put my travel income aside to secure my children's future and their children's future, right? Because growing up, right, they didn't tell us what to do with money. They didn't show us anything. They just said, okay, we get paid, we got to pay these bills, right? We got to pay these residual bills, but they weren't teaching us how to get residual income, right? So being who I am, I went on and I started reading. I started looking stuff up, what I'm interested in. I love travel. And so I decided to invest in travel. I paid $200 to start my travel business. $200 US to start my travel business.
An investment.
It's an investment into myself. It's an investment into my children's future, their children's future, right? Because that's building generational wealth. Because in the event of my death, we're here, but we know we got to leave, right? We know we're going to die. That's one thing that's guaranteed. We're going to die, right? We're here today, gone tomorrow. And that's always going to happen. We're going to leave, right? So in the event of my death, my travel business will sustain my children because they don't have to look for a check from nobody, right? That travel business will sustain them. So that's one of the many reasons why I decided to get into travel and do my travel business. But I do enjoy putting trips together. I do enjoy watching my clients go off and just explore and have a grand old time. They send me back pictures all the time, which I'm happy to see because I know that I played a part in their happiness, so they're good, you know? But yeah, that's what I do, travel.
In the Bible, in Proverbs, it talks about a good man. When they're talking about man, they're not talking about me, mankind, good person. Lives an inheritance, not for their children, but their children's children, like you said. And as a financial professional, as a licensed financial professional, I teach legacy creation. I teach people how to, you can access cash as a bank yourself, tax-free, and I teach them a bunch of things. But I love what you said. My kids don't have to want for nothing because you're preparing for the future. And part of my job as a financial person is to make sure people are educated. And part of your job in the military is to take care of your soldiers and teach them the stuff that you do with the mechanical things and stuff. But also, knowing as a professional in the travel industry, I see you in Mexico, I see you in the Caribbean, I see you here, there, Vegas, all over you. I see you in meetings, and you're doing a great job. And I am so proud of you that you are making sure that you have the apparatus in place, the financial apparatuses in place, so that you can create that wealth for your family. So check this out. You're in the military, so after 20 years, you get TRICARE for life, and that way,
Yeah.
you'll be protected. Now,
Yeah.
what if your children don't want to do military?
That's okay.
How would you feel about that?
That's okay. I did it for them. They don't got to do that. They don't got to do that. I serve for them, right? Because they pretty much are serving with me right now. So they don't got to worry about that. But my oldest do say sometimes, Mommy, I want to be in the military. I said, no, baby, I did that for you. So you don't got to go do that, right? So even if they do, I will just be right there by their side. The mistakes I made throughout my career, right? I can help steer them in the right direction at that point, right? But I'm not gonna say, oh, just don't join the military. But I'm gonna tell them I did that for them. They can make another choice, right? They don't have to start that way. I made that for them. I did that for them.
And that's beautiful. I want to say welcome to Leon Edwards watching, and Anika.
That's my sister.
Jean-Baptiste, she must be your sister. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. My special guest is your sister. Andrea Hill. She's not just a daughter, a sister, a mother, a wife, Army enlisted person protecting us here in the U.S., but also she's an entrepreneur and a travel expert. I know you have meetings. You probably got one tonight when we get off this live, and we're not going to keep it too long. But check this out. Why should people, because right after you answer this question, we want to give a giveaway, compliments of Adrea Travel, right? And we don't know how we're going to do it yet. We'll figure it out. Maybe everybody who put a comment in the chat, they might go in a pool and they might be able to win something. And Tommy Gail Shaw says, I feel good to say I know her personally and proud of you, girl. Boom.
Thank you.
As I was about to say, yes, but the thing about it is, as a travel person, why should people pick you? And Troy Holt is watching. Welcome to Troy Holt in Pensacola, Florida, my business partner. But why should people pick you as a traveler? Now, I haven't done anything traveling with you because I do have I pay for a service, right, that I use. But I'm saying that one of these days I'm going to do something, because I'm going to tell you something. When my Celtics win the championship, I might go to Boston for the day by myself or with my sons. We're going up to Boston and celebrate on the streets like I used to do when I was a kid when we won those championships. So I may need a flight. But anyways, why should people pick you? Because I have other friends who are travel people. They've never been on Tuesdays with Terrence. Why should they pick you? This is your time to shine. Tell the people why they should pick you as their travel advisor, their travel consultant, their travel professional. You got 2 minutes.
Oh, you put a timer on it too? That's why Boston Celtics ain't winning nothing. All right.
Hey, watch your mouth.
Okay, so why should you choose me to be your travel agent, right? Okay, so I have a wealth of knowledge, both on cruises, hotels. I have experience in actually working at one of the best resorts in the world, which is Sandals. All right. Also, you get 24-hour customer service with me. Before your trip, after your trip, you get post follow-ups with your trip. I also plan, I book, and I ensure that everything goes correct and right with you once you get on that flight. If you miss the flight, there's a way around it, right? I always ensure that my clients are comfortable, their needs are being met, and when I quote something to them, it's within their budget that they have quoted to me. If it's an unrealistic budget, I will let you know, because I'm straight up like that, and I'll let you know $500 cannot take you to Cancun and back. But I am here 24/7 for you to call me, because I'm still 24/7 in this uniform. So I'm here, I'm awake, I'm there when you need me, during, before, and after your trip. But yeah, that's why.
Wow. That is beautiful. I mean, there's some people watching who do not want to put something in the chat, but my phone's telling me they're watching. So I want to give a couple of them a shout out. Malaysia
Sure.
Dupi's watching, Samantha Wilson's watching, Joe Bardui, my cousin, is military as well. You know, he was at Greg Adams for a while, but Joe is now in, I think he's based in either Tennessee or Philly somewhere, but he's up that way, and he's military as well. I believe he's doing career like you as well. So I got family members in the military.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
The same thing too. So I was, and I see one of my classmates was watching, Mr. Paul Cole, Nolda Francois watching, like I said, Terry and George. Some people, I already called Leon Edward. Some people are not saying hello in the chat because some people like to watch Tuesdays with Terrence on the down low. On the down low, I don't know why you're on the down low when it comes to say hello so I can give you a shout out. Oh, there he goes. Says thank you for your service. That's what Joe Bardui says. He's military. Thank you, cuz, for your service, man. And this guy, he is jacked.
He's really
like you.
We get paid. We get paid to stay fit.
Fort Lee, Fort Great Adams, a few years ago. That's right. A few years ago, I remember he was down there. I took him to Karina's, a Jamaican spot. We had a little meal, you know. But the thing about it is, you are not just protecting us, but you're also helping us with travel. So you're saying you're professional. You're good at what you do. You know you can do it. The important thing is simply this, though. You're telling people you are the travel people for them, and they will not be disappointed. So tonight, if Andrea, you said you want to give a giveaway, right? And
yes,
we haven't decided what your giveaway is, you know. But the thing about it is, I think it's only fair that somebody has to say something in the chat for them to be part of the giveaway. Would you agree with that? So we don't know you're really watching.
I agree.
Say hello, just say hi, and then we'll go.
I agree. They gotta start lighting. They gotta start lighting the chat up. Just put some flames in the chat. Put some flames in the chat. Like, let's go. Just put some flames in the chat.
Put some flames in the chat. Light it up.
Because I'm gonna do one giveaway tonight. Right? I'm gonna do a giveaway tonight, and I'm also gonna give you the opportunity to give away something next week, Tuesday, on behalf of Drea Travels. Okay.
Wow.
So you get to give away. Yes. So next week, whoever guest you have, whatever you do with Tuesdays with Terrence, you are gonna have the opportunity to give away a 5-day, 4-night hotel stay in Punta Cana. Okay. Punta Cana. They get to go to the DR.
What?
Yes.
5-day, 4-day, Punta Cana, the Dominican Republic.
Yes.
Man, Lord have mercy.
But tonight,
for next week.
Yes, but tonight we're gonna give away a hotel stay in Vegas for 4 days, 3 nights for 2. 4 days, 3 nights for 2 in Las Vegas.
And you know what stinks about that? I own a timeshare in Vegas, so I can't even participate and get on that. So you people need to, because I'm going to Vegas this year, later this year. You know, we spent a week out there. But I'm saying, you guys, you need to put some flames in the chat.
Yes.
So you could be. You heard that? Repeat that giveaway you giving to Vegas again for me, please, young lady.
I'm giving away 4 days, 3 nights to Las Vegas. It's a hotel stay for 2. Hotel stay for 2, 4 days, 3 nights in Las Vegas.
This is awesome. You know, the good thing is there, and after the show tonight, you know, I have a team meeting with my team, my other advisors here. So after that meeting, I got to go to town for work as well. But what I got to do is I will actually, you know, we'll put that on there again in the chat, because some people can't watch Tuesdays with Terrence live because they might be at work. Some people, you know, but I think it would be fair that if people are in the chat, and for you to qualify for this, you got to put some flames in the chat.
Yes.
It's not rocket science. And if you can't put flames, spell the word flames. Put flames, flames, flames. If you're technologically challenged, put the word flames, flames in the chat. My nephew Beyond Ansem in Boston says, "Thank you for your service, fellow soldier."
Thank
So
you
you
for
guys
your
need to put
support.
some flames in the chat.
Lame in the
Flames in the
chat.
chat.
Flames
It's
in the
4
chat.
days, 3 nights. Vegas. Who's gonna get that, man? Listen, we got 6 minutes, and I got to do a closing remark with my special guest. So listen, folks. Tonight, you're gonna have to put some stuff in that chat. Put some flames in there. We'll tabulate all the names, and with Andrea and I will work on it, and we'll make the announcement either later this week or next week, whoever. On Tuesdays with Terrence, she'll do a little. We'll do a little quick Facebook Live together or whatever, and we'll say who the winner is. But so we will do that. So you guys need to put some stuff in some flames in the chat, or you can't put flames. Write the name flames, the word flames, because you may be technologically challenged like myself. So check this out. Mrs. Hill, our time is come and gone. All right.
Yes.
We got 5 minutes, and after that, I got 5 minutes to prepare for my meeting. But let me ask you this, and as we close, you are a daughter. You're a daughter first. You're a sister. You are a mother.
Yes.
You are a wife. You are active military. Fort Greg Adams, right up the street from not too far from where my church is. And you are a travel professional. All right. And you came on Tuesdays with Terrence to tell us what you do. We want to thank you for your service. But as we close, you already gave your monologue on why they should pick you as a travel agent. You did that. If there were any parting words you want to leave the guests tonight, as a financial professional, I teach people how to prepare for the future, protect their families, have income protection, debt elimination, legacy creation, have, whether living benefits, whether it's critical illness, chronic illness, critical injury, Alzheimer's, terminal illness, whatever it may be, fertility journey. I teach those concepts. What will you tell these people as we close today? We want to thank you for coming on tonight, and I want you to stay on for 2 minutes after we close. What would you want to tell the people as we leave tonight?
Listen, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate to my family. Big up, right? Thank you so much. My parting words to you. First, do not rely on one single source of income. You hear me? Do not rely on one single source of income. I don't care what it is. Get you a second source of income, especially now in today's economy. You need a second source of income. Apart from that, life will bring you challenges. It will. You will get a little depressed. You will get feel a little defeated, right? My thing that I do, I'm going to leave that with you, is I put 1 minute on my clock, 1 minute on my timer. I either pray, cry, I cuss, I complain, but I put 1 minute on my timer. And when that 1 minute is over, guess what I'm doing? I'm getting up and I'm coming out of wherever I'm at. Whether it's in my car, my closet, in the bathroom, whatever, but I'm coming out, and whatever problem that I have, guess where I leave it? I leave it where I cried, where my tears was, where I prayed at, because God got it, right? God got it. So let it go. Stop worrying. Stop stressing, because stress kills, all right? Leave it to God. Leave it to God. And every day above ground is a good day. So walk out and smile. Smile.
I'm so glad you said that, because May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I did a series at my church for the last 4 Saturdays. We talked about mental health. Everyone has mental health, and what they meant by that is, we had a psychologist on last Saturday afternoon. He said, if you have a brain, you have mental health. And what he meant by that was, there are some people who need more help than others. But you got to have an outlet, and travel is a great outlet. Some people are broke as hell, but they're traveling. But check this out. My cousin Joe Barbuda says, I am actually going to tap into her services. I suck at planning travel. So it's scrolling at the bottom, right? Follow her regularly on Facebook, which is Andrea Hill, and her business page is Adrea Travels. It's scrolling down. So make sure you guys guys do that. I promote the people I bring on. If I don't believe in them, they're not coming on Tuesdays with Terrence. I have a brand to protect. I have integrity to protect. And I love this woman. And she knows that. Her mother knows that. Her sister knows that. When I meet a husband, he will know that. And the love I'm talking about is the love of how you support each other. And the important thing is simply this, folks. You need a travel partner. She is the person. She's from Dominica, just like me. I promote my own.
Yeah.
She grew up in Antigua. I have friends there. My mother's father is Antiguan, by the way. You know that. Although she was born in Dominica. And then the U.S., where I spent most of my life. I only spent 12 years on the island of Dominica, and I've spent all the rest of it there. I'm an old dude now. I am 60 this year. I'm an old guy. But guess what? Guess what? I am thankful for people like Mrs. Hill for protecting the liberties that I have. The show is called Tuesdays with Terrence. My name is H. Terrence Bardui. Some people call me H. Some people call me Havis. Some people call me Terrence. Some people call me Mr. Bardui. And some people call me Little Boy. If you're from Point Michel, a.k.a. La Pointe, you call me Luca Boy. Dominica made me. Boston raised me. Now the South sustains me. Good night, everybody. I got to get to a meeting now. Andrea, hold on for a minute. Say wave goodbye to the people. All right, just hold on for a second, folks. I'm going to play my theme song as we end the show. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you put the flames in the chat. Because remember, 4 days, 3 nights, Vegas. She's giving a giveaway. So make sure you do that. Let me play the song for you guys, our theme song, as we close. You don't have to be a star to be on my show. You don't have to have $1 million to be on my show. But tonight, I had a superstar. Although this is a financial services show, I always bring smart, intelligent people who are entrepreneurs like Mrs. Hill. Adrea Travels, Andrea Hill. Go follow her on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever she got, follow her. And you will be satisfied. So good night, everybody. You don't have to be a star to be on my show, but I have a superstar tonight. God bless you. Hasta la vista. Put some flames in the box, in the chat. Good night, everybody. God bless you. Good night. Good night. I love you. Thank you, Adrea.
Family, come as you are with just your heart, and I'll help you win. Are you rejected or hurt? To me, your worth much more than you put in.
I don't need no superstars, but I have one tonight.
No, I don't need no superstar, 'cause I'll accept you as you are. You won't be denied, 'cause I'm satisfied with the help that I can provide. You don't have to be rich, family, to be on my show. You don't have to have $1 million, family, to be on my show.
Boom. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to have $1 million to be on my show. I help everybody. It's very important that you reach out to Adrea Travels and Andrea Hill. Follow her on social media. And she's thanking you. I'm thanking you for your time. God bless you, everybody. Have a good night. Hasta la vista. Like and share the content. Put some What else do you want? Christmas in July? Hasta la vista. Good night, everybody. God bless you. You don't have to be a star.